crafters, it's Alexa from Hearts Crafts. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hope I've got that right. Crafters, it's Alexa from Hearts Crafts. Better just turn down my
Thank you for joining me
iPad. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight I am actually going to be going back to basics with card styles. Now, I've done some research over the past week and I have found hundreds of different types of card styles. And I thought it'd be really fun to have a play around with them and start at the basics and work our way up. So, but the first thing I want to do is, I'll just tell you, because you've got your standard fold in your styles. You've got a square fold, a gatefold, a trifold, an aperture card, accordion card, rocker card, pop-up card, a cascading card, an easel card, shaker card, diorama card, a spinner card, and a panorama card. So there's 14 cards I thought that we could do over the next few weeks, or however many weeks it takes us to do. Tonight I'm hoping to show you just your standard fold, your square fold, and hopefully the gatefold. But like I said, we're going back to basics. And if you're jumping on, do say hello and welcome. Yeah, so like I said, we're going back to basics with the card making. So I'm going to turn you around and we will start. So I hope you can all see this. Okay, so going back to basics for me is, I mean, you have various size cardstocks. This is just a piece of printer paper, and I've written on here that sentiments. I've written it in sentiments and I've written it in inches. Sorry about that. Had a mental blank for a minute. So your standard A4, which is 21 centimeters, which is 8.2 inches across, and then lengthways it's 29.7 centimeters and 11.69 inches long. Now, if you're in America, you normally work with your letter size paper, which is 21.6 centimeters and 8.5 inches wide and 28 centimeters long and 11 inches long. So I just thought I would have this little bit of paper so you can see it. If you want to take screenshots, please take screenshots, but I found these measurements all on the internet. Just Google it and you will find it. Now, the other thing I did is, because when we do cut our card stock down, we usually cut it in half, either widthways or longways. Now, or we can just fold it in half like that. If we're going to fold it in half like that, you'll get an A6 size, which is 21 centimeters by 14.8 centimeters. I didn't do these in inches, I do apologize, which is approximately 5 7/8 by 8 1/4. And then usually for our mats, when we do this, or an A5 size I should say, not mats. Usually mats we will trim down by 1/2 inch or 5 centimeters which is approximately 1/2 inch. So your A5 is 14.8 centimetres by 10.5 centimetres. So I thought we would start off by cutting down some cardstock and folding them in half so you can see exactly what we're going to do, and I'm going to make some cards with them. Just going to pop that over there. Now tonight I'm using Whisper White cardstock. You can find this on my online shop if you wish to purchase it, and I will also be using our lovely trimmer, which I absolutely love. Now the first one I'm going to do is cutting down this way. So I'm just going to place this in my trimmer and go to 10.5 centimetres. Oh, actually, what I might do is score first. Score this way first. Which is 14.8. Approximately. So I'm going to score down here. So our paper trimmer comes with a scorer and a blade. And then I'm going to rotate this around, and I am going to trim this at 10.5 centimetres. Just like that. So now I have 2 card bases. So you can always get 2 cards out of an A4. And then you can just fold this in half and burnish it. So we call this a tent fold, and it's just like that. Okay, now for the normal fold, just pop them up there. I'm going to get another piece of cardstock, and I am going to score it at 10.5 centimetres. And I am going to flip it around 90 degrees and measure up 14.8 or 5 7/8 and trim it. And then we have 2 pieces that fold this way, and you can burnish these as well. So there we have 4 cards. One going to the side and one going to the top. Okay, now the other one I was going to show you, which I haven't done the maths on yet, so we'll figure it out together, and hopefully I will show you both ways. Figure this out. Now this is a tri-fold card. So, I am just going to cut this at, actually what is the better way to do a tri-fold card? I think I'll do the first one in half this way. And if you come to 10.5, I'm just going to place a pencil mark there and a pencil mark here. And I am just going to fold it into the middle and line up where my pencil lines are, and burnish that down. Now I suppose if I did want to measure it, I'll give you the measurements. It's 2 inches and 2/16. To come in if you wanted to score it, or you can just do it this way, which I think is a little bit easier. And just line that up and burnish it down like that. And now we have a gatefold card. Just going to erase my pencil lines for you. Just like that. There we go. Okay, so there's a gatefold card using half of it, the A6 half. Okay, so now I am going to cut it down lengthways, and we will do a gatefold that way. I have not done a gatefold this way before, so we'll all be learning. So I'm just going to cut that. And get the middle. Just line it up on my trimmer here, like so. And this will make for an interesting gatefold card. Well, I think it will anyway. There we go. And I'm just going to burnish that. And burnish that. So there we have a gatefold card going that way. Actually, that would be quite cute for an Easter card, or actually any card. Birthday, child's birthday, christening, either one. Very nice. Okay, so I am, like I said, we are going to make cards with these. And I am going to be using the same stamp set with them, and I'm going to be using the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set. You have this beautiful big magnolia here and a couple of sentiments or titles with a little leaf here, and this is part 2 of the set. And you've got a beautiful little magnolia here and some beautiful sentiments and a little swirly bit, I'll say, to go at the bottom of the card or wherever you would like in your card. So I thought the first one I am going to do, now these two I'm going to do basically the same, so I'll keep them out, and I'm going to be using Memento ink, black tuxedo Memento ink, and I'm just, because it's a large stamp, I'm taking the ink pad to the stamp itself. And I probably should have done this on the Stamparatus just in case I don't get it dark enough, but let's hope. And I'm sorry about the banging, but I do want to get this well inked up. And I think I'm going to place this on an angle, and I might do it more to the top, like that. Just like that. Actually, I'm going to change my mind with this one. I might layer this one. So I have some beautiful magnolia, the Magnolia Lane DSP here, and I might just place that on there like that and add a sentiment to it. Okay. So now, before I go on any further, though, I am going to stamp inside. Now, with this one, I'm going to put the border down the bottom. Oh, actually, no, I'll put the border down the bottom of this one. I'll change my mind on this one, and I might stamp a little small magnolia in there. Just going to open this one up. Line my stamp up. And as you're stamping, if you press in the middle, it will give it even pressure. Just like that. Oh, that's beautiful. I did well. I did very well. Now the other thing I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take this off for a minute, and I'm going to place my sentiment inside my card as well while we're at it. Just get rid of that. And I might turn this one into a thank you card. I was going to do hello, but I think I'll do hello on the other one. Okay, where's my stamp set? Right. Just grab the thanks out. There we go. Ink it up. And just place the thanks here. Lovely. Okay, now with this one, I'm going to stamp my sentiment inside. Actually, no, I won't. What I am going to do though is take the small magnolia and I'm going to mount that. And I'm just going to place it on an angle down the bottom here. Just like that. That looks lovely. Okay, and then I am going to place my DSP on here. Oops. Typical, I've got black ink everywhere already. Okay, it doesn't matter, I'm okay with it. It will be hidden. So first thing I'm going to do is place my Designer Series paper on my card. And I like to use wet glue because it gives you some wiggle room. And I'm just going to grab this little bit of cardstock in, and I am going to stamp hello on this one. And I'm going to stamp it. I want to make a banner out of it, so I might just stamp it to this side, like that. And then I'm going to bring in my little trimmer, my little trusty trimmer. I love this. You can still get this, it's still available until the 31st of March if you sign up as a demonstrator. So it's a good deal. because you get lots of goodies with it. There we go. Oh, geez, look at that. I've got ink on me already. I'm good at getting ink on me, believe me. So what I'm going to do is I was going to make this into a bit of a banner. I think I might do that. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim this off here, and I'm just going to cut up and make a flag. There we go. Not quite straight, is it? I think I might try that again. Oh, I'm terrible at doing this. We do have a punch that does do this, but I haven't got it here, so it's all good. Remove my bits and pieces. And I'm just going to grab some dimensionals and pop it up on some dimensionals. Now you can tizzy this card up a bit more if you want to. I'm just keeping it very simple because I just wanted you all to see that you can simply make a beautiful tent fold card, and that's lovely, and it's for any occasion. Now the other thing I was going to do with you, because I'm going to do this on the other card in a minute, is I'm just going to sponge just a wee bit of colour on the magnolia. So this is another bit of a little technique for you. Just ink up a little bit of ink. I'm just testing to see the darkness of it. I'm just going to rub it in the middle ish, and it doesn't matter if you go out of the lines. And then I'm just going to bring in some Mossy Meadow and another ink pad. And I'm just going to go just a little bit on the leaves. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you go outside. It's a nice effect. I like that. And there we go. There's card number 1. Okay, card number 2. Now, for this one, I thought for the middle, I would bring in the Rococo Rose, and I am going to sponge it. Just move it out of the way. And I'm going to also use Blushing Bride again. So just going to ink up my sponge and just go in the middle here like that. Then I'm going to get my other sponge and just sponge around lightly where the petals are. Just gives it a nice little effect of colour. There we go. That's a little bit more here. There we go. Close these up. And then I'm just going to grab the green back in and just sponge on the leaves. on the stem. Oops, a little bit dark on that one, that's okay. And there we go. Sort of gives it a little bit of like a water wash, but not quite a water wash. Oh, got ink on the side. Oops, never mind. I can always put gems around if I want to tizzy it up, and it will make it look pretty. So there's another simple quick card for you. Now let's tackle these trifold cards. Okay, now with this one, I think it might be nice to actually pop this big one here in the middle. What do you think? I'm just gonna go for it and see how we go. Plant it on the side like that. There we are. So then when they open it, they see the hidden magnolia. That is so sweet. Now what I might do with this one is actually pop some DSP on here and do another tag. What do you think of that, guys? Okay, right, let's just get rid of my stamp there. Now I did not measure up, where's my ruler gone? How big this one was, did I? Okay, so if I make that two and 5/8 by 4. I did 4 or 2 and 3. I'll go 2 3/4. I can always trim it down if I need to. It's always to be bigger than smaller. Oh no, I might have to grab my paper trimmer for this one, I think. So 2 3/4. Oh, actually, how wide is this? Oh, it's 8 inches wide, so yes. So I'm going to go 2 3/4, and then I'm going to trim it at 4. And that should give me 2 halves. And it does. Yay! There we go. Actually, I might pop them this way. I quite like it that way. Okay. I'm going to glue these down, excuse me. And glue that one down, and I think I'm going to do the same as I did before and make a little banner. Oops. the messy side. I'm going to use hello again. Oh, sort of. Not as good as the last one, but it will do. Bring in my little trimmer again. And just trim this down. And I think I'm just going to trim this into a rectangle. Now you could punch this out if you wanted to. Like I said before, I popped my punch away, so it's not here. Now something else I thought would be nice to do is I'm just going to edge with the sponge on this hello. I think I need new sponges. There we go. And the other thing I'm going to do to keep this closed is I'm actually just going to pop some glue or dimensionals. I think I'll pop some dimensionals on here. And what I might do is place one there. And one on the side here. Line that up and place it down. And that will also help to keep your card closed. So, and there you go. There's another simple little card. Okay, on to the next gatefold. Let me see. What shall we do on this one? I think what I might do is stamp some of these, some of the magnolia on here, the small magnolia. Ooh, or I could always do the border. That might be nice. Yeah, and then I can do some sponging around it. Something a bit different and simple, because we're going for simplicity. Okay, so I am going to hopefully get that central on there, like that. Very good. And turn it around and try and line it up. There we go. And then I'm going to grab this block and I'm going to stamp the inside with the magnolia again. And I think I might use sentiment. I might do thinking of you this time. sure your ink's fairly even. And just stamp in the middle. Very good. Right, now I'm going to colour the magnolia again, and this time I'm just going to use the Rococo Rose and the Mossy Meadow. Okay, so I'm just going to dab a bit on the leaves. There we go. And I take my Rococo Rose sponge. There we go. Hope that's dry because I'm going to close it. I'm just going to close up the Mossy Meadow. And I'm just going to take this Rococo Rose and I'm just going to sponge. I had too much ink on here, I didn't splatter it off. And I'm just going to sponge around this, I don't know what you would call it, design, edging design. And I might, should I do the same? Stamp hello? Where's that other bit of paper? Grab my Memento ink, and here we go. Hopefully I get it in the middle. There we go. Now you could always tizzy this up with a bit of rhinestones or something like that, but I'm just trying to keep these simple for you. Yeah. So I'm just going to place dimensional. It's not quite in the middle, is it? These are hard to get up again once you've got them down. Hopefully that's in the middle. And on the other side. Oops. Right. Oh, sponge around it. Just to give it a bit of colour. I definitely need new sponges. Actually, I think I'm going to take this off and trim these a bit because it's covering up too much of the design. There we go. Just edge around it again. And with it being smaller, I don't think I need another dimensional. And hopefully that's in the middle. And there we go. There's a Gatefold card. Very simple card. Now I'm going to bring back in my cards for you to see. Excuse me. Oops. And there's my 10th fold one. So there's 4 very, very quick cards with very basic, simple style folds. Next week I will be heading into the trifold, the aperture card and the accordion card. So I hope you can join me for that next week, because they are a little bit more advanced than these cards. These are nice and basic, and I just wanted to show you what you could do with nice basic cards and simple folds, really. And like I said, you've got some gorgeous cards, very quick and simple, just a bit of ink, stamps and cardstock, and you've got some lovely, lovely cards. I will be taking photos of these, and these will be going on my webpage, and if I really get my act together, hopefully I will get the measurements and everything there for you, and perhaps a small explanation on how to fold these, so, which is not hard. Yeah, so I hope you liked that all. If you did, give me a thumbs up, give me some hearts, share, comment, whatever. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And if you liked any of the products I used tonight, the Magnolia stamps, a stamp set is, like I said, two sets. So it's a large set of stamps. And then of course you've got all these beautiful Magnolia papers. They're all double-sided, and the beautiful inks I've used tonight. Oops, put them the right way. So there we go. And you can, oh, I forgot to say, you can shop at heartscrafts.stampinup.net. You can always email me as well at alexa@heart-crafts.com, and of course my website, heart-crafts.com. Hope to see you all next week. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you all soon. Happy crafting, everyone.